Remember, if you recall, good morning. Hope y'all can see well. If you can't see, that's a red flag. We are joined this morning with the core group. We going back to the basics, pow. Just in case those y'all didn't know, with the OG of the whole Blerd movement. You know what I mean? Yaz St. Clair is in the building. What's going on, Yazzie?
Hey, you just give out my government name and shit.
Ah, my bad. Oops.
Damn.
I thought that was your rap name. I didn't know that was a real. My bad. Anyway, Ty Lee's in the building too. What's going on? Big Ty, bad Ty.
What's goody? It's Saturday morning, early as fuck.
Yeah, early as hell. Tyleem Aloysius Higginbotham is his actual name.
That's actually my brother's name. But
I'm Vince, the half sleep Blerd as himself, man. It's been a crazy long week, bro. It's been crazy. And of course we are also joined by Stephanie Ray. What's going on, Steph? How you doing?
Stephanie?
Hey, all right. She's I think she's frozen. I think she's froze. All right. And we got my man Tyrone in the building. What up, Tyrone?
Oh my God.
Okay. All right.
Oh, my bad. I guess. Oh, damn.
You did not screenshot them. Are you serious?
Yeah, man. I mean, hey, look, we a family. You know what I'm saying?
This is like some taxidermy type shit.
Yeah, what up, Tyrone? How'd you feel about Titans this week? It utterly sucked. I just wanted to say, I just think that DC should go into a black hole and suck itself dry. Actually, I hated it because there weren't enough black people and the blackness, and Batman is not black, and I hate him. And does anybody have a babysitter?
Oh man, you playing with their face today, man.
Hey, sorry, Steph, man. We just playing around. What's going on? Tyleem and Yaz and I are back to run the show for the week, as our two newest members have way more important stuff going on. Actually, they do. Steph is on the road as we speak, and Tyrone is finally looking like he's going to get this house sold so he can make that New York trip permanent.
So we can go see him.
So we can go so we can go and ride his coattails and stay in his 3-bedroom studio apartment when it's time for New York Comic Con, which just passed a couple weeks ago. So yeah, man, yeah, we're your missed guys. We appreciate y'all for being here every week, with the exception of this one. But right now, we figured it's time to go ahead and bring it back on the basics, which is me, Ty, and the homie Yaz. Yes, man, this is how it started, man. We on our Jackie Robinson right now. This is 42 weeks in. We've been doing this. Is our 42nd week straight, and I just want to take a couple seconds of airtime and just say, yo, it's been a nice, long, wild ride with y'all. Thank y'all so much, man. These is the OGs. We since have acquired new fellowship, but this is what started, man. Did y'all think, bro, when I hit y'all up that week and was like, yo, look, I just want y'all to be available at like 9 a.m. that we would like almost a year later that we would, you know what I'm saying, be doing the stuff we doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of phenomenal when you think about it. You know what I mean? I mean, we still working on it. We still got a lot more to go, but It's kind of dope, right? Am I tripping? Like, I didn't think we would be at MegaCon our first year. I think we'd have our first comedy show, you know what I'm saying, and acquire new guests. And, you know, we got folks that are on these shows that we watch that are joining us. I just think it's dope. I just thought I'd point that out real quick, man, and how much I enjoy spending my Saturdays with y'all. You know, it's really cool. But anyway,
I think that was the subtle pause, like you was waiting for the feedback.
Yeah. I was
like, nah, bro. Like I second that emotion, for sure, man. Like, you know, when we first started talking about it, when wifey brought it up, you know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, y'all should do this, and we was like,
that's how she sound, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Tim, I'm sorry. That was a failed attempt. But yeah, like when we first started talking about it, and you know, it just seemed at that point like just an idea.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like nothing more. And here we are, almost a year later.
Yeah.
And we going strong, man. So, kudos to us, man. Kudos
Yeah,
to
man.
us.
Yes, absolutely. And you too, Yaz. Like, I mean, Yaz brought the whole notion of merch into the forefront. We couldn't even, like, I'm out here, like, I'll be rocking my joints everywhere, yo. You know what I'm saying?
I know,
And
so do
me
I.
too. Get that.
Me
You know what
too.
I'm saying?
Me
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I got my Kang shirt too. Mine's white. So
I get
be all over the
giggles.
place.
I get giggles. I
You
get
get
giggles. Like I had my Blerd shirt on and it explained what a Blerd is. And the cashier at the corner store, he just giggled. I was like, "What's funny?" He was like, "Oh, he was like your shirt." He was like, I was like, "Oh, that's funny." I was like, look, no, but I was messing with him. I was like, "Oh, that's funny," but I gave him a serious face, and he was like, "Oh, I didn't mean no offense." I was just messing with you, man. You know what I mean? I was like, "It's not funny, yeah."
Don't be checking the dude at the 7-Eleven, bro. While you getting your blunts, bro? Why you call that shit down?
Got him all nervous.
Well, anyway, man, it is good to see y'all again as always. Oh shoot, what's good? Kojo is in the building. Kojo, I thought about hitting you up, man, but I didn't want to disappoint myself. I
did watch it, Kojo. I didn't want
to have Kojo on here and then be like, man, it's 9:30, man. Where Kojo at? You know what I'm saying? And then he get up here like, hey, what's up? What's up, y'all? I'm here. So, Kojo, feel free, bro. If you're doing nothing, man, I'll send you the link, man. You feel free to join us if you want. He's mad. All right. He didn't have to hit the mad emoji, bro. I'm sorry. All right, when you get a chance, we need to watch the DV animated movie. Okay.
He meant
all right.
DC. He meant DC.
DV. I was about to say, what the hell?
Yeah.
Is there a new comic?
But no, I saw it. You haven't seen it?
Nah, Injustice. Nah, I keep hearing about Injustice.
If I would have known that you guys hadn't seen it, I assumed, and that goes on me, that you guys had seen it. That's the one.
That's the Injustice.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, all right. I mean,
Okay,
DC animation has been DC. We just kidding, Kojo. By the way, man, I was just playing. I started off by playing whatever. I got to remember, Kojo. I don't want to. I don't want to ruffle. We just kidding around, bro.
Hey, Kojo, man, come on, man. I know you're in your pajamas right now, but come on the show, man. Come on, man.
Literally just kidding around with you, bro.
Go hide in one of your kids' bedrooms.
Yeah. Go.
Nah,
no, I am. He probably on the way to the Grand Canyon or something, man. He stayed in the family
like
business.
on the floor, like all over the room. With the whole view. It's great.
Love it. We love the Kojo, man. Now I haven't had a chance to see that, but if we could, real at risk of losing folks who may not have seen this or not, because I don't know if this really is in our lexicon, but I watched it and I thought it was dope. But we was just talking about it ahead of time. Was the season finale of C with this week. Now C is not a Marvel show. It's not a Star Wars, Star Trek. It's not any of that. But what it does do is it embodies an apocalyptic world. Let's not forget, this is an apocalyptic world in which sight has become the new, like it's witchcraft, right? Ty? Like it's like if you have sight, you're considered a witch. They go out looking for people who can see, and they kill them. You know what I'm saying? Like the world has had a virus that's killed off the overwhelming majority of the population, and the last few that still survived are unable to see. And that's the world. That's the way the new world is. And I got to keep it real. When I first I heard about this concept, when Ty was telling me what was going on, I was like, that shit sounds dumb as fuck, yo. That sounds incredibly stupid. To have a show where everybody's blind. I mean, what can you really do, right? Like, I mean, where does your imagination take you? Man, was I wrong about this show, man. This show shows Jason Momoa in his finest element, which is
absolutely
a gargantuan barbarian freaking psycho killer. Not psycho. Let me take the psycho away.
I don't know, man. You could say psycho. I mean,
maybe from a battle standpoint. Yeah. The way, because he goes a little hard. Like he goes extra. Like it's very ritualistic the way he kills. Like in the first season, like he was slicing people. He was like slicing people around the neck first. You know what I'm saying? He's like doing this weird thing where he like slices he like carves out your neck around it. You know what I'm saying? And then like does this
he does it so elegantly.
You know
he does it so elegantly.
Yeah.
Like he's dancing around you with the knife, like. Ugh.
Yeah, I didn't know what all that was about, but I was like, all right, I'm here for it. And then it only gets better because Dave Bautista ends up joining the second season, and he brings just as much grit. Even though I do have to say, one of the surprisingly refreshing things about this show is that the storyline itself is extremely good, man. Like it's really dope, bro. Like I did not expect it to have such an intriguing storyline, built-in mystery and monarchies and all these other things, man. So without telling everything about the show, I just want to say, check it out if you haven't already seen. Now, Ty, you and Yaz are of the Fire Stick persuasion, all right?
Absolutely.
So,
unapologetically, yes.
100%, yeah.
Yeah. So y'all get to see all this stuff without having to register with different sites. You know, I got each and every individual joint, the Apple, the Hulu, all that.
I have them too. I just have the
Fire Stick just to keep.
Well, I have most of them. I just have the Fire Stick too because it's just convenient.
Okay. All right. So the only reason I brought that up is because maybe y'all at some point in time y'all come over here and do a Fire Stick tutorial, because I don't even know if folks have access to Apple. I feel like Apple TV is the least spoken of like service right now, and it's got like 2 of the hottest shows out right now. The other show,
it's got more than 2. It's got like 4 or 5 of the hottest shows. Ted Lasso won awards. Ted Lasso is nothing to scoff at. And then Truth Be Told is a really good show. The Servant is really good. The Servant is extremely good.
With Chris Evans in it with the lawyer where he's a lawyer or something.
Yes, that one too. I forget what that one's called, but that one's a good one too. A good drama.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to see Chris and his element.
Yeah, but honestly, we and we're not done talking about C completely, but we definitely wanted to break down what's going on Foundation right now. And this show, honestly, I can honestly say without a shadow of a doubt, I said it last week, I will repeat myself, is my favorite show on TV right now. It embodies everything that I love about TV and shows. I mean, it's got action, it's got drama, it's got science fiction, it's got fantasy related shit. It's it's dope as hell. And the storyline, it gets better and better. And I have to say this week, and now, yes, I understand you haven't watched any of Foundation yet, right? But you're not tripping on spoilers, right? I mean, we could talk about it, right?
I probably won't remember it and still will watch it, so you're good.
All right, cool. Well, let me just bring it up like this. So with the Foundation, Ty, this week, I was thrown off a little bit because I honestly thought something. I thought that the girl that this young lady right here, I forget her name. What's her name again? I don't know. This chick, the girl who figures.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
I can look her name up. Because I don't even remember her name. This show is so complex that names are irrelevant. Everything else that's going on.
Actually, I think that it's inappropriate for you to speak about a woman and not know her name. I just think it'd be better if we can get the woman her actual name. All right, well, Tyrone, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't know. Yes, and as a black woman, I just want to say that it don't make. Let me stop. She don't even sound like that. But yeah, man, I didn't I didn't remember her name, but I know that I thought Talim. I thought that was the. I thought
Gail.
Gall
Dornick.
Yeah, Gall
Dornick.
I thought that she was old girl's mother. I thought that. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought that they flashed forward to the Foundation out there on Terminus, and that she was actually the dude's mom, the chick's mom, and that's clearly not the case. Now I'm learning that because I thought that the dude that killed
Harry Sullivan
what's his name was actually the dude's father. Was the girl's father, the warden's father. I thought that they had made a couple, and I thought that that's what we were watching. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's not what it is.
No.
So now I don't know what's going on with old girl in the past, and it's a little too confusing to even sit there and talk about, honestly, because
there was only and there was actually, if you remember the scene where she was talking to one of the crew members, there was only one person on the ship that was pregnant. And she talked, I guess they were her and Gaul were friends, and she was telling her that, you know, like she you know, maybe she shouldn't have the baby and everything like that, and she, you know, said she was and everything like that. So for all I can tell, I mean, it could be that individual's daughter, because, you know, come to find out, the warden is not the daughter of the woman. You know what I'm saying? Like that we thought was her mom. Like she's the daughter of the man, but not the woman, which is odd to me. Which, you know, but
okay, yeah. Well, the whole situation is kind of crazy, but I'm in love with this show. I love what it. I love the fact. And I got a feeling that, Yaz, you're gonna love it just as much as we do, man. I mean, there's no Ultron. I'm sorry, you know, in the show, but it's so complex. You know what I'm saying? And it's completely unpredictable because I have no idea what's gonna happen next week. I have no idea what's gonna happen at any point in time. I never would have. I didn't guess any of this stuff, man. So it's hard to even speak about it, honestly, because there's so much stuff going on that I don't even know if we can really get into the depth of it all without losing anybody who's not watching it.
It's on Apple.
Yeah, it's on Apple.
Apple Plus.
It's on Apple Plus for those y'all. And we are in here. This is me. I'm posting your comments. Run well.
Yeah,
every time they can trash. Talking trash about your head.
We're live. We are live.
Yeah, this is 100% live. Like, check it out. Like, this is the dude. I don't know if it's a man or female, but they definitely mentioned that you should turn the contrast down on your hat, homeboy. Like it's a whole.
I'm a firm believer. You should not wear a white hat unless it's white. Don't be wearing no dirty, dingy white hat.
This hat's so white, it's Republican. He is wearing a hat that fought for the South. Let me stop. It's Blerd. Actually, I technically, I don't think that that the South was the. Let me stop, man. I can't do. I'm terrible with the Tyrone impressions, but it is what it is. Look, man. I asked a question to y'all earlier this week, and I gotta admit that now that we're 15-20 minutes into the broadcast, I kind of miss having everybody else on the show. I kind of miss Tyrone and Stephanie now. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like y'all good. Don't get me wrong, but damn, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that was
very convincing.
Yeah,
I feel the emptiness. I feel the void here. Yeah,
he's like, no, I love y'all.
Yeah, I mean, y'all cool, but yeah, these. Let me stop. I did ask y'all earlier this week, and I didn't know if this was going to be a topic of conversation or not. But I was scrolling through the internet, and I came across an interesting question, and the question basically was, what is the best episode of any show that you've ever watched on TV ever? The very best episode of any show you've ever watched on TV ever. I have an answer. Mine was clear. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got like a top 5. You know, I mean, I didn't put them on here or nothing, but I easily got it. Yeah, hit that. Yeah. Do what Stream Element says too. Yeah, hit that follow to be alerted when the best comedy on Twitch goes live. That's exactly what you should do. So do that, like right now. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly right too, Lisa. Yes, you as well. Appreciate it. It's the balance of all the personalities. But these are our two core. These folks. But yeah, man, I have an answer. I don't know if y'all do or not, but I will go ahead.
Your answer.
You want to go? You want to hear my answer?
I mean, like, you've alluded to it so many times. Let's go.
Okay, all right. I have to say it because for me, it was so easy. It was like as soon as this question came to mind, I automatically knew what my answer was going to be, and it is Star Trek: The Next Generation, when Captain Picard turns into Locutus and he's taken away by the Borg, and it's the season finale, and Locutus comes out of the shadows. He's got a green infrared eye, and he steps up to the camera, and you can see Captain Picard all Borged up. You know what I'm saying? And the whole bridge is like, fuck, yo, they got Picard. And then he looks at number one, and he's like, resistance is futile, resistance is futile, or resistance is hopeless, or something. And then he calls them number one. And then Geordi, DeForge, and Riker were discussing what they can do to the Borg to slow them down because they regenerate. And he's like, look, Geordi's like, look, bro, the only thing we got left is the deflector shield. And by this time, we've never seen the Enterprise use the deflector shield. So now Locutus comes out and says to Riker, yo, look, bro, there's no reason for y'all to resist. We're going to take over y'all ship. Ain't nothing you can do about it. And Riker, the last thing he says is, Lieutenant Worf, fire. Beep, 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 boom, beep. And then the screen goes to black. And you got to wait until next season to see what happens. I was a kid. I remember watching this being like, oh my God, like what's going to happen? This is before, obviously there's no binging and all of that. You have to tape record if you missed Star Trek, So that for me, it stands out easily as one of the best episodes ever to come on TV for me. And I mean, that's of my, couple scores worth of years of TV watching, man. So I don't know if that resonates with either of y'all. I don't think y'all are as much into Star Trek as I am. By the way, footnote, Discovery starts November 22nd, next season.
Ready.
So that's me personally. Is there it? Oh, and actually, whoever just run well, be well, just listed one of my other options for
that was great. Yeah, that was a good one.
Well. I was going to go over that one as well. But does anything come to mind with you two when y'all think about best episodes of any show ever? It don't even got look, Yaz, if you or even Ty, if you want to list your favorite episode of Queen of Greenleaf, or if you're into Bridgerton or whatever that is, hey, that's your thing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, feel free to list it, bro. But mine was with Star Trek. And
I'm gonna have to think on this one. I can't just give you an answer off rip. So
okay. Yeah, so I mean, I'm with Lisa. Like I watch so many. You know me. I watch so many shows.
Right.
Man. Like, I mean, there's a lot of I could name shows like that I like, but as far as like the actual episode, I mean,
right.
I mean. Vikings was really good, big for me. Like Vikings, like maybe as far as like picking which episode though, that's the tough part.
Right.
Peaky Blinders,
another good one.
Extremely good series. And just like trying to pick a particular episode. You're more detail oriented when it comes to that. I usually just watch shows, just to watch shows. You know what I mean? Like I don't like if somebody was to like ask me a specific moment in a show, I'd be like, I gotta go back and watch it to get
right. Same here.
Moment. I'm just watching it for entertainment, and I'm not really spotting like that's why I told you with Star Wars, it's a little like for me, I have to go back through the series and watch it with that lens that you watch television with. I usually just watch it for entertainment. So
damn. So all right. Well, some people were like listing on the little forum that I read this on. Some people were listing shows like The Wire, and like the episode where they finally caught Stringer, or what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Or I would say like one of the best episodes of a show that I watched was the Daredevil episode where he freaking kicked ass in that hallway. And it was like a 20-minute fight scene. It was crazy. So y'all don't have like scenes and episodes where they just stick out and they stand with you.
The Punisher when he fought Kingpin in jail.
Okay,
that was good. Like he fought the whole jail. That was one. I remember that episode. He was like, yo, all right,
okay,
get it.
Okay, well, damn. I mean, all right. Well, look, maybe Lisa has a point. Maybe y'all don't process it like I do. I mean, I don't know. I don't. It's not like I sit there and read the episode and remember the exact time of the episode that I had the highest amount of that I thought was dopest. But shit, I mean, all right, well, damn. I guess I'm the only one here who remembers episodes.
It's just a lot to compile with all the shit that we watched. So it's not like something that Ty and I are just like, oh, by the way, we're just going to like we're not as on that shit as like Phoenix Midnight, when she was like her saga and knowledge of what I'm saying, of like Star Trek. Like we're not like we're not on it like that, unfortunately. And props to Phoenix. Hope her and the Biddle, Mr. Biddle are doing really well and they're adorable babies. So, but we're not like this is what, like, you know what I'm saying. I can't fucking tell you that shit, dude. Like, let's be serious.
Yeah, because me, Vinny. I watched. I mean, like, and even before we met, like, I was watching shows and like it's so to try to like.
I'd have to write that shit down.
Yeah, wow. I would have to, but I've watched some really good shows. Like, I mean, I remember Heroes was really good when Heroes first came out.
Oh yeah,
yes, somebody listed that too.
Yo, the episode when what was his name? What was the one that was stealing everybody's
Siler.
When Siler stole old boy's powers.
Peter Petrelli.
Yes. When he stole Peter's powers and then he could fly and all of that stuff. I was like, oh.
I like how you just like bam, no, everyone's fucking
Them was my joints, yo. Heroes, that first season, that first and second season of Heroes took the world by storm. Like, we wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, save the cheerleader, save the world. Did you watch Heroes?
I loved Heroes when it first came out. I just if no lie, I was like trying to think. I was like, damn, who was that guy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know what you're talking about. I know, like, I remember all this stuff. It was a really prominent show when it first came out. But like I said, like, we watch so much shit and I got so much stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? My brain like never turns off. So for me to try and remember something like that, like I'm an insomniac. So for me to try and remember something like that, it's literally physically impossible. Like I can't.
Yeah, I got you. I understand that. All right. But I mean,
Lisa brought up a point because Game of Thrones, I forgot. Yeah, Game of Thrones was a really good series. And I now that you mention it, my favorite episode of Game of Thrones was
when Khaleesi walked in the shower.
When she came up out that water. When she came up out that water, I was like, what, Khaleesi?
Yeah, let me see if I can get the video of that and upload it real quick.
Yeah, that was my all-time favorite Game of Thrones episode. I definitely hands down. I was a little weirded out by the relationship with her brother. I was like, "Oh, was you trying to smash his sister? What's going on?"
Yeah,
but then I seen it come out the water, and I was like,
and man, so much controversy over her scenes. Over her scenes. Yeah. What's up, babe? What's up? Huh? Yeah, I gave them all to you.
Hey, Kiki.
She heard her. She said, "Hi, yes." Yeah.
I hope you feel better.
I gave everything I had to you, babe. All right, check with your mom. All right, yeah, she's not feeling too well. All right, yeah, feel better, babe. All right, I gave you all the halls I had. All right, let me get the studio. Let me you know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
I know she's gonna be lurking somewhere in the background.
Yeah, does anybody here have a babysitter? I can.
That's perfect. Oh my god, that was perfect.
Stop it, man. You go get it next week,
where did you get these screenshots?
Steph is gonna roast. She's gonna get me so hard, bro. Yeah. She's gonna come so hard at it. I got her on a Coming to Dreams this week, but yeah, man. The new season was but Khaleesi, she raised a big stank about it. Like, she felt like she was being picked on, and like she's like, oh, why aren't there any guy nude scenes? You know what I'm saying? And like, you didn't see that? Like, Emilia Clarke was raising a lot of hell about like having to do new scenes. That's why she didn't do none. She did it that first season, and then she didn't do another one until like close to the end.
There was a bunch of like nude scenes with the dudes, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so for instance, all right, if we're gonna recall back, okay, the henchman that she started having sex with, the one that he had that like hooked fucking like
yeah.
you know what
I
I'm
remember
talking
who you're
about? Like
talking
he was
about.
like
Yeah,
Spanish or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, their sex scenes, no lie. Like he slow motion got naked. Like, let's be fucking serious. Okay? And like I don't even know if they fucking sprayed him with oil or what, but that nigga was shining every fucking time. Dario, yes.
Dario, yeah.
Oh,
Dario,
thank you, Lisa, with the clutch. Yes, Dario. Like, no lie. I mean, like he was sexy and everything, but like
Lisa's
they made him glisten and shit. Like he was just like, you know, and like they would always show his like his V cut down to like him literally taking the cloth off of his dick. So no,
that was.
I'm just saying they definitely showed those scenes more. So I don't understand why she was like all angry. It's a sexualized show, man. That's all I'm saying. It's a sexualized show. I mean, come on, we had one dude cut off another dude's penis and then start eating it. So let's be serious.
Oh, whoa! He ate it.
He didn't eat it.
He roasted it and ate that shit. Remember?
Did they eat it? I don't remember the eat.
I remember he cut it off, but he.
Lisa, please go. Yo, hold on.
Y'all need to go back and watch it. I mean, I think it might have been a hot dog he was fucking with him.
Yeah.
Remember he said his dick to his sister, so okay, he didn't roast it. You're right.
Yeah. I think that was
the hot dog. I know. I was thinking about the hot dog.
Yeah, don't
eat it.
Holy shit! Every nerve in my joint just went whoa.
Yo, and the Unsullied sex scene with the girl.
Oh yeah.
Too. You know what I'm saying? So there was definitely, you know,
Mr.
I guess you know she's mad because they didn't like spotlight, you know, them like they spotlighted you. But I mean, we spotlighted you, Khaleesi, for good reason. I mean, there was good reason behind that. There was good reason behind that.
I see what you did there. Yeah. That was definitely a good reason.
I mean,
well, I'll say that. Look, it's one of those things where like she's garnering attention that's positive, but she doesn't like it because it's not focused on what she wants it to be, which is her acting ability. She wants people to be like, "Yo, Emilia Clarke, my God, she deserves an Academy Award." Like, God damn, look at that ass. You know what I'm saying? Like she doesn't want to be reduced to just what it is that she looks like. But I would say, look, man, use what you can to get where you want to go. I mean, I don't mean it in a Players Club sense, but look, man, it was Kim Kardashian who taught us that look, a little sex tape could change your whole life. It could change, she could have been like, oh my God,
you a billionaire.
Right. I mean, like her whole family, like the family, they compete over who has got the most millions. One of the Kardashians, dare I say, as a result of Kim's sex tape, is a billionaire now because of they marketing, they makeup and what you call the products. So yeah, Amelia, instead of bitching and moaning and stuff about it, although I do understand I don't want to say I understand, but I can empathize with the woman's plight of not wanting to be reduced to just sexual affinities. But at the same time, just keep it real, man. It's Hollywood. You're not the only one. Like, I get tired of seeing Jason Momoa with his shirt off, or even Chris Hemsworth. But I get it. It's what sells. How else you gonna get your wife to keep wanting to go see Aquaman and shit? You know what I'm saying? Without knowing anything about DC Comics, she just knows she wants to see the dude with the good hair and the beard with his shirt off. You know what I'm saying? Which, by the way, I don't think we should call it good hair. That's just my deal. But that's a whole other thing. But I don't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying?
And clearly, people aren't rushing to the movies to go see Jason Momoa for his acting skills. I don't think he has a problem being exploited. I mean, he does. He's at any moment, at any time, he could take his shirt off, and that's the movie.
I would love to hear Jason Momoa in an interview like, I really would just. I wish people would just want to see me for my acting and not want to. I'm getting a little tired of being exploited for being.
As he whips his hair and as he whips his hair, one big time takes it out and whips it.
I'm way more than just a beautiful body. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, shut up, bro. You are a thought. You are a male thought, but it's all good. Well, look, The industry is the industry. We're gonna take it as what it is. Look, sometimes you gotta give people what they want. I mean, I guess, in the industry, in order if you would sell things, which I guess could be why DC is steadily putting out new background information about new characters. I don't know if y'all got the memo about this or not, but the new Superman, not to be confused with all of the old Supermans, but the new Superman has come out as bisexual. Man, I would hold on. I want to go to Tyrone on this one and just get your thoughts.
You seem so excited about this, Tyrone.
Yeah, Tyrone. Yeah, you look excited about this this news here, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I just think that anytime any member of the community comes out, we should celebrate it. Because damn, I'm not as fast as Tyrone with the quick quip shits, man. He would come out and say something funny about this, man. But there's a lot of backlash, and there's a lot of people that said, I have a friend who did post something about this, and it was a pretty long-winded answer to a question nobody asked. But before I go anywhere, just real quick, Gaz, do you have? What happened? Somebody says. That's funny.
Oh man,
that is funny. What's up for Greg, man? Greg.
Oh man,
he says,
I like
it's the truth.
That was a good pun, no lie though.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I mean, if Superman wants that ass, what exactly is it that you're gonna do to stop that from happening? Other than put kryptonite in your ass.
I'm mad we not really talking about the real issue here, and it's not even about who he's having sex with. It's the fact that how are y'all taking this? Like, yo, this is right. Superman. His entire body it feels like steel. Like, yo, like if you hit him, you're gonna crush every bone in your hand. So what makes you think like when he has sex somehow he gets soft? He doesn't. It's hard everywhere. So like, yo, this is the Man of Steel we talking about. So kudos to whoever is willing to take the man.
Well, listen, but that's not exclusive to males, right?
I didn't say it was. I said what I said was whoever he's doing this to, whether it be male, female, whoever. I'm just like, yo, you must be a stickler for pain too, because this is the Man of Steel. You know what I mean? Like they don't call him the Man of Steel for nothing. And I mean, he can super, have sex with you real fast, and you know what I mean? Like he might cause some type of friction and burn your body up. Like you never know. Like it's just Superman.
Wow.
Like
you think that he could be hitting it so fast that that he sparks a fire?
Yes, I absolutely think he could. I mean, after you see, yeah, well, we'll talk about that. But after you see another thing we're gonna talk about, yeah, Superman is capable of some things, man. Superman is only reason Superman never kills anybody is because he holds back all the time.
Right.
When do you lose control? The most, I would assume that in that moment one loses control at some point, and I'm wondering how many bodies has Superman left in disarray that we don't know about. I mean, we only know about Lois. What about Layla or somebody that he hit back in high school, and she's never been the same since, so I don't know, man. I just wouldn't want to date you after you've been with Superman. I'm just gonna put that out.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, look,
I'm like, look, nah, what can I do? Like, I can't. You had the Man of Steel. Like, what do you want here? This is all flesh.
I think I'd feel a little less confident. I think Superman, being that he is capable of holding back, gives me some confidence. Now, Bruce Banner, a different story. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I want to go behind the Incredible Hulk, although I hear it may not be as bad.
How the fuck did we get on this topic?
I don't know.
I don't know. We do this.
I don't know.
This is what we do.
We have no moral.
I'm like thinking in my head, like, how did we get on the topic of Hulk smashing? Like,
oh shit. Well, we were talking about. Well, Ty was so courteous to bring up what it must be like to follow Superman after a sexual encounter.
oh my God.
And I think that's somehow.
Oh my God, Lisa! I know Lana was his high school girl. I was making up a girl's name that you don't know about that Superman has probably smashed, and
she's in a wheelchair now,
and is in a wheelchair for now. She didn't go to his school. She actually went to school with Drake, and they shared.
Oh hell no!
Yeah,
so, y'all stupid as fuck, bro. Now, well, I mean, the thing is, like, it's not something that we typically talk about, but one of the complaints, yes, one of the reasons we was talking about it is because this is breaking news. This happened just this week, and now Superman, he could rescue a woman or a man, and either one of them could end up being his love interest. Whereas before, it was typically just Lois Lane in the world of Superman. Now, I don't know if the comic book world is ready for gay or bisexual Superman. Some people are like, bro, don't nobody care. Like, why are y'all doing this to us? Like, we didn't ask you for this. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get an idea of what your thoughts are about it. Like, Lisa, do you think, Yaz, do you think that this is even worth, like, reporting? Like, nobody reported on anybody's heterosexuality. Why are they reporting on their bisexuality or reporting on their homosexuality? Is that how you feel, or what's your thoughts?
I feel like everyone wants something to complain about right now, and the littlest thing can turn into something completely big. For example, let's say mask at school. I'm sure everybody has either seen on Facebook or whatever a relationship ruined because of mask mandates at school, or whatever, the vaccine, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's just like right now I just feel like we're in a time where, like, even the littlest of news is that something that's out of the ordinary, everyone's just gonna start fucking freaking out, mass panicking over the littlest dumbest shit. So I just feel like, I don't know, it's a ploy to hide bigger stuff, I guess, to get us focused on like this little baby bullshit to kind of, I don't know, I don't know.
So just to kind of narrow it down, you don't think that this is a real thing? You think this is something that was put together by like the government to distract us?
Not the government. I'm just saying, like, this is just like it's just like one of those little things that people are just gonna just blow out of proportion. You know what I'm saying? It's something new. You know what I'm saying? It's a bisexual superhero, and it's Superman at that. It's not even like it's like Aquaman or whatever. It's like the most prominent superhero and the most dominant man superhero that we have, and like where he's coming out as being bisexual. So I can see where a lot of people who are pro, just heterosexuality are going to have a problem with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's fine. Everyone has their own right and their own feelings. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, this is one of those things where it's like, this is not something that's not out of the norm now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a normalized thing. And the more that people keep making it a thing that's not, that's where the problem creates. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, just accept change and move on. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't make it a big deal, because that's when shit hits the fan, is when we start arguing about what's right, what's wrong, how things should be. So it's just like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's organic. Just let it fucking happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not you. Who the fuck cares?
Right. Well, I mean, some people feel like it's being shoved down their throat. Ty, you feel like this is being shoved down your throat, bro? I mean, I know in some other shows you mentioned whenever this topic comes up, like, yo, just do it and don't make it a big deal and don't make the announcement. And I'm curious about how you feel.
I've been able to gain some new perspective on things. Inclusivity is happening. It is here. Whether you like it or don't, people exist that are different, and they deserve to have a superhero that they can identify with. Superman, Yaz alluded to, is the most dominant and prominent hero in the DC universe. If you're going to roll out and show that you are accepting and also engaging in support of these individuals and communities, then again, I don't have a problem with it. Like as you can see at the top on the top of the comic, it does say DC Pride. So it is definitely something that for the LGBT community is spotlighted. So like when you go to the comic book store, if you are a young man or young woman that is identifying as LG and as a part of the LGBT community, and you also love comic books and you want to see representation in a comic book, then this is an outlet. This is something that is here. It's here to stay. There's no point in arguing about it anymore. If you don't like it, don't buy the comic book. Don't pay attention to it. And if you are, then go get the comic book and read it and enjoy it. I'm not here to judge anybody anymore. Like, what I'm saying, for a long time, I felt like, somehow, a person's decisions or choices somehow affected me. I don't know why that ignorance was in me, but it's not there at this point. So I don't really care what a person wants to do. I know if I don't want to look at the Superman Son of Krypton DC Pride book, I won't. And if I do, I will.
Well, I mean, but that's not how people take it though, right? I mean, people take it as their own personal interest is being infringed upon, right? Like folks don't say like, oh, well, okay, well, now I just have the option to either watch it or not. They say, hey, what are y'all doing to my Superman? Like this is exactly why the world is going to shit. I mean, because, nobody was asking for this. I mean, case in point, bro, like a lot of folks don't come out and just say, look, I'm just a bigot, or look, I just don't like gay folks, or look, I don't do, they won't come out and say these type of things. They'll cloak it in all these other different weird ways of saying, look, I don't want to see this and nobody else wants to see it. Nobody's asking for it. Therefore, it should not even be up. And so like for instance, I'll just put this one out there real quick. Here's a young man who actually I was thinking about having him on to discuss this point of view. But here's somebody who actually has a very, 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 very poignant opinion about this particular subject, particularly. So let me just play this clip for y'all real quick, and let me see if we can talk about it on the other side of it. Hold on one second. Okay. And all right, well, it's all right. I'm having a little bit of difficulty here. Ultimately, what I was saying is that like when you do have like say folks that consider themselves, let's just say, underappreciated, or possibly even in a society consider themselves oppressed, then oftentimes you'll notice that when they do get their time in the sunshine, then it feels to everybody else like it's offensive. This gentleman right here felt the same way. So let me know what y'all feel about this.
So in the new version of Superman in the comics, Superman's son is going to be bisexual or gay. Cool. But why though? Why? You know what I mean? Like, we can't ask questions because I'll throw you guys an olive branch to make it sound more fair, because I know people are going to be outraged about me saying what I'm saying. So let me ask y'all a question. I was annoyed, and particularly when black people got mad that James Bond 007 wasn't cast as a black character. Why does he have to be black? Huh? The story is based out of London, UK. Everybody's white. It's a white country, right? That's where the story came from. So why does he have to be black? Let it.
All right, there's a lot to unpack there.
I mean, I can tell you off the top, dirtbag, that ain't true. UK is not all white at all.
It's not.
I mean, it's not. If anything, it's more foreigners in the UK than a lot of places in the world. So that's number one. And I mean, he did ask the question why.
Yes.
I would say this instead of saying why. What I would say is, why use Superman? Why not create a new superhero? Why not create a superhero that the LGBT community can identify with? You can build a whole storyline on him. He may have reach the level of popularity that a Superman has for DC. But why take a classic superhero that has already had years and years of the same kind of storyline and decide at some point that in order to fully be included, you have to take a superhero that America has identified with as being like when you think of Superman, you think of good guy, raised in a good, household with the mother and the father, and taught all the moral, things. So if that's the case, I hope no one takes this wrong, but if he's raised by Jonathan and Martha Kidd, I I don't think he even thought about having sex till he was a grown man. And that was just because of his upbringing. He was just, like that's just what I would think.
Right.
So the idea of broadcasting his sexuality, whether it was heterosexual or bisexual, that just has no relevance in that for this superhero. It just doesn't. We've never even talked about that when he was just regular Superman. Nobody was like, oh well, we didn't spotlight his heterosexuality. We didn't even spotlight his sex. Like, he didn't even have sex. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that was never a thing until later as he was in his adult life. What I mean? So this idea that it's not about why they did I would say more like why Superman, not necessarily why you have a bisexual superhero, just why Superman.
All right. Well, first of all, the way you refer to it is why do they do this to, or why is this, what I'm saying? What was the term you just used? I should have written it down. But you was like, why does this have to happen, or why do they do this to, so on and so forth. It's they don't have to do any of this. Number one. Number two, let me just say this. Superman's sexuality is a character on the show. I mean, the basically, like, the relationship between Superman, Clark Kent, and Lois is one of the things that drives. There's been 2 shows now that have been put on mainstream airwaves that highlight the relationship between Clark Kent and Lois Lane. There was Lois and Clark with Dean Cain as Superman back in the day, and even currently, as we speak, there is a show called Superman and Lois, which highlights the fact that there is constantly a relationship between these 2 heterosexual beings. Now, one thing that I was discussing with my wife the other day was, I was like, I think one thing that throws off a lot of folks when it comes to these conversations about non-binary sexual orientations is that it is sexual in nature. Like, the fact that it's described as bisexual or homosexual or such and such, as opposed to just being love or being, like or lust. It goes directly to sex. Like, when we think about the sexuality of Superman, we know that he Clark Kent Superman, not his son, or not, Nightwing, not his. Like, we think, well, we know he likes Lois, so we know he likes, women, and that's it. It's nothing cringeworthy for folks that are traditional. And it just goes. So the person who's bottling up their bisexuality, the person who's bottling up their same love, set ways, the way that they are, when they see that Superman comes out, when they see that these folks come out, or that they actually can be represented, in their sexual orientation as well by some of these juggernauts, I think it makes them feel a little better. This isn't the first time that DC or that any of these mainstream comic books have toyed around with the concept of non-binary superheroes. I mean, Green Lantern was one of the first ones to come to be kind of put out there. Then they started trying to play around with Aquaman, and then and now they're basically saying, look, this is not a stereotype, like a stereotype. This is not atypical. Think about this. Ghostface, like Ghostface's son, Ghostface Killer, like from Wu-Tang Clan. Like if you listen to Ghostface lyrics, he like back in the day he used to say a lot of F-bomb this, F-bomb that. But then his son ends up being like one of the most flamboyantly, outwardly guys that you met. Magic Johnson, the same. Like sometimes you can't help who it is that's born to you. So Superman and his long history of dicking down Lois Lane brings about a new specimen of superhero that happens to maybe like Tom, Dick, and Harry as much as he likes Jane, Jill, and Lois. And I think that it don't mean shit for us because we like, look, bro, we already identified with him like in Lois. But for that kid in the closet who feels like he's being ostracized because he's a little different, I think that this means something for him. What's up, Ty?
I was just gonna say that, to your point about Lois and Clark, everything that happened with them happened in their adult life, as it should. But when Clark was a kid, he was doing kid shit. He was having fun. He was like trying to play sports. He was like doing shit that kids do, not focusing on who I'm fucking. And that's kind of what I'm saying. Like if this is his son, and he's a teenager, he's a teenage boy, instead of focusing on his sexuality, I'm not saying that you cannot address his sexuality, but to focus on his sexuality and focus that he's bisexual. Like if you would have just made the comic book and had him hanging out with instead of Lois, he's hanging out with Jerry or whoever the guy's name, because I haven't read this thing. But but if they're just hanging out, like just like Clark hung out with Lana, like it wasn't like he wasn't, even if he did like Lana, it was like one of those, like kind of those like I got a crush on you type deal. Like, I just got a crush on you. Not we're about to kiss and I'm holding you, like, look how he's gripping this boy right here. This picture. It's like this is not just a regular kiss. This is about this, like, this kiss is about to start something that you about to get something you ain't ready for, boy. Then I'm about to give you that Superman. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
No, but I'm just saying, like this, he is a teenager, and but I do get it. I do like this, so don't let me get mislead anybody. I do get it. There are young people out here who are battling with their sexuality, and also in an environment where they feel like they're not accepted, or they may be ridiculed, and all of those things. So again, if this is something that will help them to identify with their sexuality, cool. I'm not knocking nobody. If you have a problem with it, don't read it. That's what I tell you. Just don't bother with it. But it could help people. It could help some people.
Yeah. Because my thing is, like, I feel like sexuality, when it comes to non-binary sexual orientation in these mainstream avenues, is one of the only things that really gets a lot of hate when it comes to people being included. All right. If you start throwing in like Runwell is killing the comment section, by the way, real quick.
Would you like Superman?
It's just do tune porn. All right, anyway, so my thing is, like, okay, like we talked about in the Titans show, how they're including impaired individuals such as Barbara Gordon's character, who has, who's an amputee and whatnot. We talk about how on that show, like Atypical, how they include actual people that are on the spectrum. It's not that big of a deal. It's actually kind of refreshing. There's a lot of shows where they include people of different types, different types of impairments, different type of backgrounds. But when you start to include somebody with a different desire for something outside of the binary traditional relationship, that's when it becomes, oh, you're shoving it down my throat. We don't need to see this. Blah, blah, blah. Why is it that big of a deal? Who really cares about all of this? Like, first of all, let's say something at the top, and this is to address Stacy's comment specifically, who was like, yo, is this really, like, why is this even it's nothing to do about nothing. I think that DC knew what they were doing, but didn't do it in a breaking news way. I don't think that when this comic book came out, and they were actually putting these images in the comic book, that they were doing it in a breaking news kind of way. I think that this was they were like, look, we made this decision, this is the turn, and then the headlines come after it, and we decide whether or not it's a big deal or not. I personally think that it's fine. I don't have a problem with it. I don't think that we know most of the character's sexuality, frankly. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, who the fuck, I don't know what the Rhino goes home to. I don't know who Mysterio was fucking. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck? I don't know.
It's not our concern though either. We're not over here like we wish we knew who Rhino was fucking, or we wish we knew, like that's kind of that's what I was alluding to, as far as, you know, like when I used to read comic books coming up, and the same thing for you when you was a kid reading comic books. I like, as a kid, I wasn't really necessarily, you know, I wasn't reading the comic books, especially not Superman or Spider-Man or Wolverine or any of that for sexual reasons. I wasn't looking at it like I'm about to go see some pictures in the book and I'm about to go, and you know, it was never anything. It was never anything like that. You know, that didn't start happening until, you know, like I got a little older. And it wasn't comic books at that point. You know what I'm saying? But that, you know, Stacey does make a very good point. Like, you know, sexuality. But I understand that there are people who need or not necessarily need, but want someone who they can identify with. And it, you know, if this is what you need to identify with, then by all means identify with it. She did bring up a very good point that that's never really talked about, and it's an extremely good point, because I've had these conversations before as well. Population control does come to mind, and this you know, I won't get into that. That's more of a multiverse conversation, but yeah, it is definitely a thing. So Stacey, yes, kudos to you.
That's Lisa. Yo, first of all, see, here's this, I want to talk about Lisa's comment, because this is hilarious.
Everyone, not anyone, everyone.
Hold on. First, where's your mama, Superman? Like, basically, why is your mama out here letting you just be a thought in this?
He just,
you know what I'm saying? That is hilarious. Here's the deal. First of all, Lisa, hilarious, by the way. Love you as always. But nobody said anything about anybody smashing anybody. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, this does not say, the headline does not say, newsflash, Superman comes out and has fucked the whole entire the whole entire gay block of Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing in here that shows that anything sexual has happened, but the word sexual, the sex, that word just sticks out. Like, that's all you see when you see this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, let's rephrase this headline. But even though I know that this is clickbait, clearly, you know what I'm saying, which is because bisexual is in itself more controversial than has come out with the male lover, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. I don't know. But let's just say, instead of it saying come out as bisexual, let's say it just said Superman has come out with a male interest, you know what I'm saying, or something of that sort. It doesn't necessarily broad stroke his whole entire sexuality. It doesn't necessarily piss off the folks who are like, look, I just want to see a comic book. I don't want to have all this other bullshit. And it still gives a wink to people that do have these feelings, but are don't feel like they're still able to express them outside their own bodies. Okay, yeah, okay, all right, I see what you're saying, Lisa. But anyway, so that's my point, and I'm not going to shy away from the rest of that comment, which is population control. All right, I think that's stupid. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I think that it's for folks who are out there basically saying that the entire plight of non-binary sexual orientations is to ultimately deplete the population on the face of this earth, really doesn't understand how powerful whole game is, and does not know how strong Ty's sperm is. And you know what I'm saying? And like, it doesn't matter how many people do not procreate, there's going to be enough fuckboys for the whole entire universe on this earth that are going to impregnate unintentionally women all across this earth. So this notion that we have population control through homosexuality, I think is a little bit is way too far of a stretch. But I don't know, Ty, I feel like you have a different opinion.
I mean, I think anytime you totally discredit or discount that these things could possibly exist, that is dangerous. I think that anytime somebody brings up a conversation and you don't really have the knowledge behind it, and then you just make a blanket statement that says, it's stupid, that there is reason why people say that, and especially in the Black community, there's a specific reason why people say that, because the fact that and again, I don't want to get too deep into this because this is a different topic, but there is a dynamic in the culture, in our culture right now, of the Black family being dismissed as far as a Black father, a Black mother, and having children, and this is something that also I mean, this is a really tough topic, and again, I don't want to get too caught up in this because this is really touchy, and but there is some relevancy to what she's talking about, and there's a lot. It goes a lot deeper than just emotions, as far as like people saying that there is an agenda at afoot, and it is you need to ask the question of, why is the LGBT community so powerful? Why is it that people are so scared a lot of times to voice their natural opinions? There is a reason, and then you also have to look at who controls the LGBT community. And so we talked about this on the Multiverse last week. If you didn't catch that episode, go back and see it. We did have someone from the LGBT community that also supports the sentiments. So again, I don't want to get too caught up in this. This is a comic book show, and we like to keep it light.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I hear you, and I appreciate you trying. You're making very concerted efforts to not turn this into a serious discussion that could easily happen on the Multiverse, and I appreciate that. But this does kind of come into the fold because this is a topic that's not going nowhere. Like right now, we've got gay, we've got bisexual Superman, we've got gay Green Lantern. We've got a gay Aquaman. Who knows what's going to happen with upcoming character? Look, I suspect that Okoye from Dora Milaje may like a woman or two. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get the sense that this is not something that's going away. So I'm not shying away from this topic. What I do think is fascinating is that for some strange reason, the onus of all population now is all resting on the gay and bisexual community, not to the priests, which have pledged to never have sex or have a wife or procreate, not to the monks that exist, not to single people, not to people that just decide to never have children. It's always just on gay people who can't procreate. It's never on any of the other factors that exist. There are people that just don't want kids. Why aren't they considered a part of the anti-population movement? It's always just gay people, and that always, I think, strikes me as fascinating. I also think that it's weird that people feel that if they talk about their sexuality, that it's somehow against other people's sexuality. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never that way. Like, the concept of inclusion is to bring something that has been in the shadows to the forefront, because it's been tucked away in the shadows for so long. Also, I don't think that I think that one of the things that makes the LGBTQIABCDFG movement a little more potent with its bite is that it's a non-racial. I mean, it can be made racial, but in terms of the coalition, it's a rainbow, right? So it takes from every single race has somebody or a group of folks that feel like they've been not only oppressed because of their race, but compound that on top of their sexuality. And I think that that's what makes it a stronger movement. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't know when you say what exactly is it that they've accomplished? Like what did they accomplish? Yes, what is it that, like, when I hear people, like, if I can speak frankly, and look, fuck it, I don't give a shit. We're having our discussion, and whether it goes we're here now. Yeah, and whether it goes off the rails of comic book fandom or not, at this point, I just want to kind of tackle this. But Dave Chappelle said something at the end of this special, all right, which I know you already addressed this in your show, and it's kind of old now because it's a few weeks back. But Dave Chappelle said, "Stop punching down on my people." All right, what did he mean by that, Tali?
He meant black people, and of course, and in essence, what he was saying was that anytime you have an opinion that conflicts with their overall goal, which is to be included, somehow that is you attacking them. So, like, if you are if you hold on. So if you are a person that believes that gender exists, and you say that there's a man and then there's a woman, and then you have the LGBT community that's saying, well, no, we are transgender women, transgender men, that it in essence, when we did the show this week, I asked a very poignant question to our guest, who was a transgender woman, and I said, I basically said, can you not have both? Can you not have a woman, a man, a transgender woman, and a transgender man? And she said, and you notice I said she, because I do identify her as a she, because that's what she wants to be identified as. She said, no, if I'm a transgender woman, I want to be included with women. And so then we started getting into the discussion of transgender women and men playing sports with that opposite sex. She agreed that should be allowed as well. Which I do have a little bit of cause for that. But there was the idea, because again, I made a point and I said albino people are actually black people.
Right.
But we categorize them as albino people. And they're not over there like going crazy, like, oh my God, I can't believe you removed the, you don't acknowledge us as black. It's a category. And for the longest in the world and in America, we've used categorization to basically, identify people. So when we identify male and female, and then you come as a transgender woman or transgender man, why is it not okay for us to identify you as a transgender woman or transgender male, separate from a male or a woman who was born that way biologically? So but again, she gave me perspective. I respect it. The conversations need to happen. I think that it's always good when you can have really good dialogue without everybody shouting at each other to gain understanding of why a person feels a certain way. But that is not normally the case with the LGBT community. J.K. Rowling made a statement that that gender does exist and women are women and men are men. And somehow, because she made that statement, that turned into her being transphobic and being a turd. And people calling for her head. And that's and the same thing happened in this special with Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle, he identified having a friend who was transgender who wound up committing suicide. And you know, it one of the biggest points that I think was made throughout the special, and also once I did a little more research, the fact of the matter is that Black people make up 14% of the population. White people make up 40% of the population. Black people have been categorically abused, mistreated, marginalized, underappreciated for years and years and years. And for whatever reason, we've not been able to move the needle when it comes to us getting the same type of inclusion, if you want to call it, that other groups do. The Asian community was attacked most recently. They get a bill making sure that if you attack them, now you're really going to be in trouble. But yet we still have a lynching bill that hasn't been passed. So there's a lot of little discrepancies. But the fact of the matter is, one of the things that Dave said at the beginning of that whole episode is, I'm not mad at y'all. I don't hate y'all. I'm jealous of y'all. I'm jealous that you guys have been able to move the needle and also, make it to where you're a formidable opponent, to where if someone says something, you guys have been able to empower yourselves in a way that you can in certain cases get people fired, get people removed, get people quote unquote canceled. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think the discussion about the agenda and what it raises is why people get so caught up in their emotions when it comes to talking about these things.
I get that.
Mhm.
What I do kind of get a little what does kind of is a little discouraging for me, frankly, if I could just speak candidly, is the notion that we as groups are in competition. All right, now we're competing, like you just said. Dave Chappelle said, "Look, I'm jealous of you guys," as if we are opponents, as if we're competing, as if we're trying to see who suffered the most. There will always be, like, I feel like there's going to be an oppression flow chart, so to speak, kind of like a who had it worse in history off. You know what I mean? And with the Black community and the bisexual and the trans and the extra sexual, damn, that came out wrong. I don't mean like that. You know what I mean? Like the non-binary folks. The difference in our communities is that we merge. Like, we have Black people in the LGBTQIA community. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa.
But
so
they don't drive it. They don't drive it, and
I can't speak to that. James Baldwin.
Well, I can, and that's why I'm telling you. I think his comment was being facetious. He knows, just like a lot of people know, that the reason he said that is not because he's really because you know how Dave is. Dave is a very intelligent brother, and he can be very methodical in the way that he approaches situations. And that comes from his upbringing, because his mom, I think, was a professor was a professor at a university, and his dad is an opera singer, actually a world-renowned opera singer. And in his household, and I think she was a professor of African culture. I'm not quite sure, African history, but I do know that he was raised on those type of foundational points. With this situation, though, what he's saying is that Black people have not garnered the power to change things over the last 100 years and everything like that. So we're still in the same predicaments. And why is it? I think what he was trying to, bring to the attention and to the surface is that the LGBT community garners a level of power and a level of control that Black people have never been able to access. And the reason being is because most of the LGBT community is made up of white men and white people, and that's just the truth of the matter. The black trannies or the black gays that you were referring to are make up a small percentage of the LGBT community. So that's why he brought that up, and I think that's the point that needs to be addressed: is whose agenda is this really? Is it really the LGBT community, or is it really white supremacy enacting its way through the LGBT community to appear a certain way? And that's what it is.
All right. Well, I mean, without we've spent a lot of time on it, and I mean, I don't want to spend the whole time on it, but I definitely think it warrants further discussion, because I'm not of the belief that that our plight has to end where theirs begins. I do think that we can have parallel fights. I do think that it is not necessarily productive in all senses to always monitor the growth of one community and compare it to your own and then be upset about it. I think that we have made some strides. We definitely a long way from where we need to go, but there's some accomplishments that Black folks have under our belt that the gay and bi and LGBT community will never have, because of the history that we've had in this world, and in this country. I mean, in terms of the abolitionists all the way to the Reconstruction, up into our fight. We Black people in America define the resistance movements. We've given the blueprint for how to legitimately and peacefully march and fight for your rights. And that's the blueprint. That's the book that they're using right now. So they're never going to be able to say that we started that or we did that or anything like that. But again, I think I'll just try to pop up on a Wednesday, and we can talk even further about it, because I don't think that this conversation is going anywhere. I do think it's healthy to have the conversation, because it sounds
Absolutely.
like even you have had some enlightening moments over the
Absolutely.
course of
this last episode. I'm telling you, like the guest that we had on, Monique, and shout out to you, Monique, if you out there watching. She was very informative and very open about having the dialogue. And that's one of the things that I said on the episode is, in order for us to garner a level of appreciation and understanding, you have to talk about it, not yell at each other across the fence, because you're never gonna come to a resolution. But if you actually listen to both sides and hear what people's concerns are and what their problems are, what their issues are, and you listen with an open mind and an open heart, then at some point you're going to be able to either come to a resolution or just be able to understand each other and disagree.
I agree, man. And with that, I want to take a step back and give the floor to Yaz, as we boxed her out for the past 30 minutes. Yaz is over there playing Minecraft. Like we've completely checked out.
I mean, I'm listening. I'm just like not partaking.
Yes, we're like, all right, man. Tag. Yes, I don't look. Look. I ain't trying to put you on blast, but you started a new job. You're juggling a whole bunch of stuff. You just went to Halloween Horror Nights. You got a lot of stuff going on in your life. We discussed earlier this week the potential for us to just talk about what's going on in our lives, man. Now, outside of you watching, not being able to watch Foundation yet because whatever's going on with the Fire Stick, what's going on with you, man? Let's just check in on a wellness check real quick with the homie Yazzie, man. What's popping, man? Let's take some of this. Lisa said you took a nap, and man. Like, let's just. What's going on with you, man? Like, just tell us what's going on in your world, man. We miss just talking to you right quick. What's good?
I'm okay. I'm just I'm working hard. Small business. Woman starting up a small business. So I got a lot of stuff to be doing. That's when I'm not checked in, like visually that's what I'm doing is, working on the sidelines. But other than that, I mean, I'm good. I'm just trying to get everything up and running for our website so we could have like everything on there that I've been working on lately. So it's a lot, and I'm one person, so in between all my little bullshit popping up, with being busy and work and just life, I'm just trying to get to the next day. I'm just trying to make sure we have a functioning fucking merchandise site. So other than that, I don't know. I'm good. I don't know.
Nah, man. And at the same time, man, you, of course, being as diligent as you are, juggling all of that stuff, have been able to still keep us laughing. And oh my God, where do you get these memes, bro? Like, I just want to.
What's the website? What's the website, guys?
For our merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys can actually go on our website right now. If you type in Blerd, actually you can get 15% discount. It's new Blerd order, all one word, no caps.com. Check us out. We got some cool stuff dropping. Our Halloween line, I'm just waiting on the last bit of mock-ups to be made up so I can get them on the website and everything. But yeah, we got tons of great shit coming. I got ugly sweaters coming, so it's on and popping. I'm ready for fucking winter lines. So yeah, that's what I'm working on.
Yeah, man. All of this stuff you can find on the new blerdorder.com. If I'm not mistaken.
Did you add it to the link tree?
Yeah. Oh, damn.
Yeah, because it's not on there actually. So it's...
that I was fooling you.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that, like, not on live, but
yeah, my bad. But you know what will be on there when I get done?
If you're on our Facebook page, you guys can go to our website. It's connected to there it is right there. There's our website. Check it out. We got some cool stuff coming in. I got hoodies, mugs, sweaters, ugly Christmas sweaters, sweatpants, all that cool stuff coming up. So I'm excited to share it with you guys, and I can't wait.
I personally want to request a shirt with one of your memes on it. This one is the one that I request for right now, preferably. I want the Yo, y'all be coming up with these memes, yo. I don't know what the fuck. Yo, you be finding these shits, man. But yo, these shits be having me cracking up. I'll be rolling over in the middle of the night. It'll be like 3 a.m. And I just roll over and I just see that Yaz posted some shit. And it goes completely nuts, man. What the fuck is yo? Can we go behind the scenes with Yaz's mind and just find out, like, yo, how do you find the dopest memes? How do you, like, what the hell, bro? Like, it's consistent. It's almost like you got like an artillery just full, and just every day you just hit us with like 5 or 6 of them right quick. Bro, what's popping, bro? You know
what's funny about that is, like, I don't know what it is, but my algorithm on my phone is just like making me die. Okay, so like I don't know, like it'll be random shit that I'll get from like random people will send me shit too, and like some of my friends be like, yes, did you see this fucking meme? And I'm like, not yet, about to click. And yeah, so I mean it's I can't give myself all the credit, you know what I'm saying? Like I get a lot of stuff from some of our fans, some friends of mine, and then like just me scrolling. I'm constantly scrolling. Like when I'm going to the bathroom or whatever, I'm scrolling to find new memes, you know what I'm saying?
Boy.
So my phone is memed the fuck up. I probably need to get an external hard drive on this bitch, and yeah, because it's way too many things on there.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, this one right here takes the sausage.
You should have seen me yesterday. I was literally like, I found it, and I was like, it was so early in the morning. I was like, man, this is perfect for lunchtime. Should I post this?
Oh my god, you are an evil snow queen.
Yeah. I was dying, no lie, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, we're gonna get sausage today. And
I'm never eating a sausage again.
It was great.
Ruined sausage.
Listen. After seeing this meme and like reliving the whole like episode where the freaking dude was eating it, he was like chewing on it, like gnawing on it and shit. Like I literally I lost it yesterday. I was like, I can't eat anything fucking dick shaped ever again. I was like, oh my god. Fucking dude, it was so funny because like one of the ladies I work with, like she's a lesbian, so she was like, yep, I don't have those problems, like but she saw Games of Thrones, so I was like, you think this is a good meme? She's like, post that shit, that is fucking fire. And I was like, all right, Danielle says it's good to go. It was great.
That was crazy.
Man, yeah, wow. The only problem with these sausages is that they're a little tanner than I would expect them to be if they were Theon's. But you know what? It is what it is. These lightly toasted weenies.
Went to the tanning bed, stayed in there a little
I'm mad you just worried about the.
Yeah. Well, I guess they are.
They say that's the darkest part of your body, though, right?
Huh?
Oh, whoa! It's the what part of your? Hey, hold up, man. I don't know if. Well, you know what? I don't.
They do say that's the dark. Your genitals are the darkest part of your body. So
this is true. This is true.
Is that?
Yeah.
I'm light skinned, but
yeah, I don't know if that's
he ain't.
Yeah.
I know that was probably TMI, but he's not.
Yeah, this definitely doesn't get me excited about House of Dragon coming out.
Oh my god, that was so great.
Yeah,
no, but for real, like it's like I don't know. It's like the genitals have a tan on them. I don't understand why. They just do. You got to remember, I have a white fiance. You know what I'm saying? So like the genitals are tan. I like white guys.
You know what? We're cool. We're cool with the. I don't. I don't need you to describe Austin's dick, yo.
I'm not describing.
Like that's where we was going.
Like, I'm justifying bad ties. You know, like, I'm saying.
She's just saying it's got some tint to it. It ain't.
He got a little contrast.
Yeah.
Hey. So please, in detail, describe the veins of Austin's penis.
Oh, that's mine. That's
there you go.
No, that ring on that finger, that shit's all mine. I'm not describing that shit to nobody. That's
right. Yeah, we're cool. Trust me, we're okay in that realm. And the smile on your face says it all anyway. There's satisfaction in that. Damn, you know what I just thought about, man? Damn, I probably should save this for afterwards.
You went too far. Go ahead. You guys spill it.
It would have been a good time to have Mati back on, yo. I would have loved to hear what Mati thought about you.
She literally is she just texted me that our plans for my niece's birthday fell through, so she's working right now. Otherwise,
she is. Oh, okay.
Yeah, otherwise
okay,
she would totally jump on, but I think she's officially plugged into work. I think right now. So.
Nah, yeah, I just thought about we haven't checked in with her in a while.
She did say though, whenever we should definitely plan a coup d'etat because she misses y'all.
Yeah, man.
Well, tell her we miss her, and I've been looking forward to one of those Sunday meals that she was talking about. That Sunday.
Dude, listen, holidays are coming up. I'm just saying, and Thanksgiving is one of our big, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, we go all out. Like I'm talking about like full course meal. Like you get like I'm talking about. There's a fucking. We start the morning off with breakfast, you know what I'm saying? Then we go to like lunch, but lunch turns into dinner and it's like a full course. Like there's like appetizers, there's like desserts, it's a whole thing. So
appetizers.
you gotta have some snacks. What you mean? You gotta have snacks.
Oh my gosh, man. Oh man.
Mom likes to call them allergies, so it makes you hungry. The allergies do. So, you got to make sure you got plenty of snacks. It's the holidays,
I was thinking about having remember we did that show at the Geek Easy? We did that joint. I was thinking about doing like a brunch with Blerds type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like Blerdy Sunday type joint. You know what I mean? Maybe even at the Geek Easy again. They've reached out and they're interested in doing another event. Evidently, since we've been there, it hasn't been that much spark at that venue. So yeah, man, that's been something I've been thinking about.
Well, they did want us until Vince just
right. Hope they're not watching.
They haven't been that good,
I don't give a fuck. What's up, Geek Easy, yo, y'all? Let me stop.
Oh my God, yeah, Adam, don't. We don't want bad clout. We don't want
everybody
that.
Adam, I'm so sorry, my friend, if I've offended you in any way. My good friend over at the Geek Easy and everybody. Nah, Geek Easy, I love that spot, bro. I can't wait to do some more stuff up there, man.
Yeah, we could definitely talk about that in the behind
scenes. And if she's got the food already on fleek, bro. You know what I'm saying? I like to be on the fleek. Are we still on the fleek?
On the fleek.
On the fleek. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. But anyway, well, let Mati know she's of course still loved, man. And we miss her coming on here. Would have been a good week, man. Just full disclosure, like we already discussed at the beginning. For those of y'all who happen to be joining us on Twitch, which is first of all, Twitch, shout out to Twitch, bruh. Twitch is so fired up in the comment section. Like all I see is Twitch icons in the comments. You know what I'm saying? And that's dope. Shout out to there's a gentleman here. I think his name is Frank. All right, run well, be well. It sounds like, you know what I'm saying, he's pretty cool. Are you in
From
Australia? Who's hitting us up from Australia? One
Okay.
time with our people down under.
Good
You know
day,
what I
Mike.
mean?
Good
Yo,
night.
subscribe, follow, and like. We're on Facebook, YouTube, iHeart, Spotify. Check us out, man.
Yes,
it's nice to have you, and we love your comments. So definitely, definitely keep it on and popping. That's our link tree. It doesn't have the website for the merchandise on there just
not yet. It will at 12 o'clock. I promise you, I will have it up. I might even be able to have it up before the end of this broadcast. So yeah, keep that up. Lisa said she's definitely down. Listen, if we do something and Lisa ain't there, we canceling it. Goddamn it, because goddamn it, Lisa, you was like, you know, the mother of the band boosters here.
And Lisa, I'll get you that shirt. Don't worry.
Yeah, man, and yeah, you did. You did. I don't know if you ever got Stephanie, you know, Daredevil, her shirt. But she's been hitting us up about that. Yeah, like we said,
you didn't give me the picture. I couldn't do it for her.
Yeah, man. I told you, just give her a white tee, and I just be like, yo, look, it's superimposed into the shirt. Nah, anyway,
her mom different.
So yeah, Tyrone isn't here because he has to. Why isn't he here again? What was it?
He was making a big sale. He completed his house, so he's got to move.
Oh, okay. So he's moved. He's finally moving.
Yeah, officially on 10/29, he will no longer be a resident of Jacksonville.
Oh, so the homie Tyrone is moving on to New York City, y'all.
Yeah.
So get ready, subway station. Get ready, Metro card rail system. He is coming your way, and yeah. And
I can't wait to get some pizza and some fucking Chinese food. Oh my God.
Yes. Get you a slice. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
big ass slice. You get a whole damn pizza and walk around with that shit. I'm gonna be smacking people trying to get a slice.
You won't be walking around with a whole pizza in New York.
Why? Shut.
What?
Yeah. Okay.
That's just huge. Yeah.
You clearly.
Nigga, I will carry that shit like this, bro. I will look dumb as fuck holding my pizza like, bitch, it's my shit. Watch.
It's like carrying a table, though. It's like you have to be on each side.
Listen, I'll be home. It'll be a reunion. It'll be so well worth me carrying a fucking pizza box around, bro. So worth it.
I'm just saying, like the slice itself will hold you all for a whole day.
I don't want. That's the thing, though. I can't just live with one slice. No, it's been years. I need the whole fucking pizza. Even if I don't eat that shit, just knowing I had it in my hands.
All right. When's the last time you was in New York, Yazzie?
It's been a decade, man. Unfortunately, like I've been dumb busy and with just like life and bullshit, and I have not been able to get back. And I'm kicking myself in the ass because I miss seasons. Like this is my favorite time to go down, and I haven't fucking been down to see snow or any of that shit in like 10 years. So I told Austin in the next year or two, he better get over his whole like I don't like snow shit because I'm bringing his ass to New York for the first time. So
holy shit, I love snow.
He was raised in Virginia, and like his mom has like fucking 13-14 acres. She lives on a huge ass property, so like there's more snow than he ever wants to deal with. So he's like, fuck that shit, I'm done with snow. Like he's like, I don't even like to look at it. He's like, you just drive through that shit, that's it. Like that's Austin, you know what I'm saying? Like because he was raised in it like his whole life. I just got to play in it when I could and had to come back to fucking Florida, you know what I'm saying? So I mean I remember a couple times shoveling, but I mean I didn't get to do the whole couple years of that shit. So he's like, no, I'm not heating up my car, I'm not scraping off the fucking windshield in my driveway. He's not down with it.
I will say that snow is so much better when you're visiting as opposed to when you live in it. You know, when you gotta scrape it off your windshield and you gotta shovel it out of your driveway, and you know what I'm saying, you gotta worry about when you get to the light, are you really gonna stop? You know, when you hit the brakes, are you gonna kind of smoothly skate into the middle of that intersection and just hope nobody hits your ass? There's nothing scarier than hitting the brakes and your vehicle still moving at the same speed it was before you hit the brakes.
Black ice.
Most people who live up north have snow tires, so like it's I'm just saying, like they most people do. Right. They have snow tires, so you would only really be you know, and if you're driving really fast and just being reckless,
or you're visiting and you don't know how to drive in snow, and your ass is just like,
yeah, but most people have,
but the snow tires, that's not like a year-round thing. You're supposed to change those in the winter, put them on, take them off, or like put certain things on your, like you don't ride around the snow, ride the summer with snow tires, right? I
mean, people do. Yes, they do. Some people do.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
I mean, think about it. Who you think just be rolling around with that type of bread to just be going and switching tires all the time?
Especially if their ass live in New York. What?
Yeah, they gonna have them things on and they gonna ride on them. That's just what it is.
Oh, well, either way.
Think about it. Even if you're up in the mountains too, it doesn't matter if it's fucking summertime or whatever. You need that shit to trek through that stuff, because no matter what, it's like between fucking water, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just like rain, you know, that shit gets it turns into a fucking puddle. Like, it's disgusting, you know what I'm saying? So it gets mucky when you're in certain parts of it. Like, I'm from upstate and it's just like land. That's it. It's land and mountains. So when them shit start dripping, it just like, it looks pretty for a little while and then it's not pretty anymore because there's just fucking wet puddles and nasty shit everywhere.
Oh, yeah, but still though, I mean, is it just me or does Christmas not? It still feels weird without at least cold weather. You know what I'm saying? Like down in Florida where they basically wear bikinis on Christmas Day. I don't know. I mean, completely non-nerd related, but just something that I thought I'd bring up. But the only reason I was asking about whether or not you had been to New York lately is because if you haven't been to Manhattan as of late, Manhattan now has trying to do their own little cosplay thing going up there. Like in the streets of Manhattan in Times Square, there's literally folks running around in Iron Man masks, Spider-Man masks, Spider-Man costumes at all times. And if you don't know no better, you'll walk up like, "Ooh, mom, look, it's Spider-Man," not knowing that they're going to try to charge you $10 for taking a picture with him and shit and all this other crazy stuff. I don't know if this has happened to any of y'all or not, but be careful if you do go to New York. It's not Comic-Con if you see these folks. They actually had to put a law against women having bare breasts, I think, down in Manhattan because they were basically just painting their titties and just going out. So I would very much like to see how you would react.
Oh, you clearly have never been to the Puerto Rican Day Parade then.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like,
you clearly have, because you might as well they
titties everywhere, dog, with the flag on it.
Butt naked with a whole bunch of paint on.
Yes.
For real?
Yes. It don't matter if they're thick, skinny, all them bitches are painted. They got fucking like earrings on. They fucking got like headbands on and shit. You don't even understand, bro. Like us Puerto Ricans go the fuck out, dog. Like you don't understand. That's why Captain America, Will Rodriguez, I saw your comment. He is technically our Mr. Puerto Rico because of his outfit. Someone fucked up with that, and just saying, I don't know who made it, but they obviously didn't get the countries right. So you know what I'm saying. But yeah.
Well, I was just saying, like, well, first of all, I have no problem with that. Go ahead, listen, Boricuas, abrir los tatas, por favor. Open
with our bodies, dog. We're all about natural. We free, you know.
Man, I haven't been like to the last one, but I know a couple of years ago, like it was so bad that, like, you know what I'm saying, like women were basically getting harassed to the point where, you know what I'm saying, like girls would have like be walking around with the paint on, and then dudes would surround them. You know, like Don, like I'm dead serious. Like it got crazy for a while. Like it really got crazy. Like dudes, like it was bad for a minute. Like, you know, you might get raped out at the Puerto Rican Day Parade. Like it was bad. Like it was bad. Like, so I don't know if they've kind of like, you know, kind of toned it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I haven't been, like I said, I haven't been in a while.
Yeah, I haven't been in a few years. So, but I know when they was butt naked. I mean, you might as well. Yeah, it was just
Well, listen, we got that down. We used to have
clothing is optional in the household. Why wouldn't it be for a parade?
Well, because
Miami. Yeah, well, you're right. Miami goes crazy for Carnival. For Carnival. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's look.
It's the same thing, dog. They are fucking feathers and thongs and fucking strings and fucking with their titties and everything hanging out and fucking dance. Yes. It's the same fucking shit, dog. Yes, I have a lot of friends that make the outfits for that, and I'm like, damn, that's a sexy ass outfit. And like the bitches that be wearing them, yo, they be fucking like, but I'll blow out them motherfuckers. So I'm just saying, like, they're barely covering the nips like some of the outfits do because them women are so voluptuous. So I'm just saying, like, yeah, us Latin people, we are free with our bodies, and we are free with the fact that like you can stare. We're okay.
Jenny, we should go to the next one. I didn't know you hadn't been to the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
I have never been to the Puerto Rican Day
No,
Parade.
we gotta plan that shit next year.
Well, now that we got Tyrone as a hub, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We can go up there and hey, shit, bro. Hey, I'll be Captain Puerto Rico. I ain't worried about it, man. I'll bring my little shield up there, man. We can make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Because up until then, this is all I was seeing when I was in New York. Like I saw, Agent Carterita, with Spider-Manito, Iron Manito, and one out of place Minnie Mouse. And I had to pay $12 for this picture because I had to give each of them $3. I didn't know at the time that that's what was happening, but that's definitely not the same as the Puerto Rican Day Parade. I would have much rather those have been painted breasts. Let me stop, man. I gotta go back and delete that comment before I get canceled. But yeah, man, I'm definitely not for the New York Comic Con. But this is not nothing atypical. I mean, you go down to the beach. As you stay in the Daytona on the East Coast area, there's a lot of spring breakery, a lot of toplessery. You know what I'm saying? That goes on in certain events down there too. So
in Daytona,
we got
go topless in Daytona.
We got bike week twice a year, bro. There's like bitches running around with tassels and like painted nipples and shit, and some of them shouldn't be. 100%.
Yeah.
But
on
yeah,
this titty says no more, and on this one it says bullshit.
Yeah, some of them, and dude, it's like you have no idea. This one lady, she doesn't even work for any of the booths, but she'll walk around with like it looks like what the fuck is the dog? I'm trying to think about it. Her titties are painted like a dog's eyes. It's a fucking
droopy.
It's kind of like droopy, yeah. And like she just walks around like with her she has no fucking business doing it, dog. But every year you see that bitch walking around, and you're like, why? And it's just like. It's so bad. And one time the eyes went googly because like she was like turned, and I was like, oh shit, no.
Gravity.
You got some cockeyed nipples.
You have no idea, dog. You have no idea. Like I even had for example, my mom, because like I know a lot of modeling people and like body paint artists and just all that. My mom hit me up and she was like, hey, I have a couple of friends that are working bike week and they want to get body painted. I put out a mass post. There was like 25 body paint artists on there trying to fucking like, yes, hit me up. That girl hit them up. Not one got back to them, dog. And it's like, and that's just how, like it is, some people like really want to just be painted, and some people are like, I'm not touching people right now. It's a really weird aura. I'm not gonna lie. Bike week, Sturgis has got to be one of the kind of grossest. Yeah, and just Sturgis all over. Like they have Sturgis travels. Like there's a year-round Sturgis like group that travels and shit, and they go to different places. And it's just like it's messed up because like literally women are just like take shots off my titties or my butthole for some, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, and like dudes will be doing it. You have no idea, and they'll be paying like $20 to do that shit, dog. It's disgusting. And you're like, it's COVID. Why the fuck would you want people be touching you like that? And these girls are like, come on, let's do it. And like dudes will be like taking pictures with their face in the middle of their titties. And they're like, yeah. It's so gross, bro. It's so gross.
Shots out of the butthole?
I've seen it. So the Cabbage Patch is one of the nastiest.
I wonder how that glass smells.
Oh, you mean the glass that goes in the butt?
Yeah, the glass that goes in the butt. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
And then they usually have mud. They have like coleslaw wrestling. Then they have slime wrestling. That shit is fucking disgusting. You should see the slime. Like they have it brewing in this fucking like big ass pit all day. It's so fucking gross. It literally looks like fucking Jolly Ranchers stuck to the side of the pool. And these bitches dive in and wrestle each other in it. And it's so, oh my God, it's so nasty and degrading and like just just like, oh, it's fucking, it's dude. Literally, people come from all over just to
That
watch.
sounds entertaining as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie. I probably wouldn't jump in there and get involved, but it sounds hella entertaining.
It's so entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. Like little kids watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's disgusting and hilarious at the same time because like you're like literally watching these bitches like they can't even stand up in this shit, let alone be trying to wrestle each other, and they're just like slipping off each other. And like by the time they get out, their fucking hair's like sticking up in like these weird directions, and there's like green shit just like Jolly Rancher in there. Oh my god, dude! This one chick, bro, she literally had like her bikini came off and the fucking green was just like all stuck to her body, dog. It was fucking disgusting.
Oh my god.
I was like, I'm now, yeah, it's so gross. The coleslaw is even worse. Imagine getting mayonnaise and shit down in your coochie.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Yo.
So gross, bro. Like, no lie. Yeah. It's like Thailand. Yeah, it's like Bangkok. Like, no lie. Daytona it's if y'all want to see some raunchy ass shit, come down for one of our events, dog. Just be careful because your ass might get in a fucking car accident because no one can fucking drive over here. But you'll see some raunchy ass shit. No lie.
I don't know. I don't remember that happening in Thailand. But that's
Bangkok. You been to Bangkok?
Oh
At
yeah.
nighttime, have you been roofied and wet?
Oh,
no, I've been roofied. I mean, he wouldn't.
The hangover. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna do Bangkok. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna do Bangkok.
I gotta get roofied.
I did
Bangkok. You gotta be roofied.
Gotta be roofied. You gotta do it right, like Chow.
Are you nuts? Like yo. Well, look, there's a whole different topic of discussion with regard to the laws about drugs in the continent of Asia, period, because they treat all drugs like crack, and they lock you up for everything over there except prostitution in Thailand, which is legal. And you can, there's a whole other, that's a lot more. You know what? I shouldn't have, I shouldn't have talked about that because I only know. You know what? Let's talk about something else.
Yeah, man. I'm like you about to start snitching.
Yeah. Anyway, what's for lunch today? Real quick, man. We've kind of like I said in the chat before, man. We're just gonna take it easy today. We're coming down to the last 5 to 10 minutes of the show, man. And I guess I just wanted to, before we get up out of here, let's talk about what we have to look forward to in the upcoming few days, weeks, and months as far as Blerd and nerd culture goes. There have been some exciting developments, some of which are not as, necessarily as exciting. I mean, I don't know if you saw, but Ty, I specifically tagged you in a post that I made about the casting of Adam Warlock coming up here pretty soon. Yep. I was curious about your opinion about the gentleman that they were talk about casting for Adam Warlock. I know Adam Warlock has been a hot topic of discussion for you for quite a while.
Yeah.
So in terms of that, like how you feel about that? And also on another side note, Lisa wanted to say to you, happy anniversary.
Thank you, Lisa.
Happy anniversary. Today is the anniversary of Ty and his beautiful his boss lady. I ain't gonna call her name out, so I'll let you do that if you want to.
I mean, what you mean? That's my wife.
Amy. Hey, all right, cool. Amy.
Not a secret. It's not a secret. It's like you was gonna say the wrong name. Like
not at all. I just didn't know if Amy wanted to be put on blast. That's all. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, happy anniversary to you guys. How long has it been now, man? How long y'all been together now?
Man, how long have we been together, or how long we've been?
Well,
married?
I mean, I don't know. Whatever.
You talking about how long we've been together? We've been together now 10 and a half years.
Yeah.
So we've been married 5.
Okay.
Congratulations, man. Any plans today? Y'all gonna sit down and smoke and watch TV together?
No. Actually, when we get off of here, we're going on a dinner cruise. So we'll be on a boat.
You on a boat?
Yes, we're going on a dinner cruise.
Can we get a live like little live chat or video from the dinner cruise so we can see how luxurious?
Nah, we don't want that. You all enjoy yourselves.
I
Don't worry
about what the dinner cruise looks like. Where do you even go?
Take video though. Yeah,
Savannah. It's in Savannah, Georgia.
Okay.
Oh snap. Okay. All right. Cool.
So I'm curious. You forget. Like I'm not. I'm wifed up now. I want to do a little cute couple shit.
Oh. she's trying
dinner cruise. I'm googling right now. Austin.
She's trying to get you to show her what to tell Austin to take her.
Hey, it's a nice little cruise, man.
He gets all the subtlety hints and everything. I don't even have to be like, babe. I just be like dropping shit as a little link in the DM. Just be like.
Well, anyway, the happy anniversary, Ty, and happy
Appreciate it.
anniversary, Amy.
Thank you.
Before y'all go out on your excursion, yeah, man, just what's your what's your thoughts about the potential for Adam Warlock to be cast as this gentleman that I'm gonna put him on screen while you're talking, but
Okay.
you know what I'm saying, as a dude.
I'm a little disappointed honestly. And it's not for maybe the reasons that people think, but with Adam Warlock, once we actually get to see him on the MCU, this is a very powerful superhero. And
Jesus.
Typically and I may change my viewpoint on this guy, but I've seen him in a lot of different stuff, and the stuff that I've seen him in, he's always kind of played, like a nerdy dude, and I mean, like, yeah. I mean, for the most part, you know what I'm saying? And like with Adam Warlock, I was really expecting them to go in a direction of like, more of how do you say, more of a built character, like a Chris Evans or like a Thor or somebody like that. No, only because Adam Warlock is not a little dude. You know what I mean? He's not. So I mean, so Will Poulter, I mean, it'll be interesting to see his transformation, because I have noticed that when they come to the MCU, they do make transformations. Most recently, the guy from the Eternals, he got really big. In Nunjani is his last name, I think. Is that his last name? The Indian fellow?
You talking about from the Eternals?
Yes.
Kumail, the Indian dude.
Yes. Yes. I don't know how to pronounce his name, and I don't want to slaughter it. But he made a transformation, because if you remember, he was like a slender guy, and now if you've seen any photos of him since he's been casted in the MCU, this dude got jacked.
Okay.
He got so jacked that the producer had to call him and tell him, "Hey, slow down, chill out."
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, did you guys see remember from the Falcon and Winter Soldier, Elijah Bradley?
Yeah, Elijah.
Okay, so remember the kid, like the son, like Elijah.
Isaiah Bradley. Yeah. He's supposed to be
his grandson, Isaiah.
Yes.
So remember how he looked in that show? He wasn't really like, muscular or anything like that. He just had like a normal build. Literally just saw a fucking picture of him like yesterday for Captain America 4, and holy shit, that kid is fucking jacked, bro.
Oh, word.
Well, that may be the case with Will too. I mean, Will may do that too.
I'm talking about it was like a whole Chris Evans transformation where like he, like he looked real skinny and like normal and kind of frail, and now he's like, okay, calm down, like
look at that, that's and Johnny, my man, what's his name, Kumail, and Johnny, man, he got jacked.
Things are popping. Look at him.
Dude got jacked.
That he definitely didn't look like that. In the fourth season of Silicon Valley.
What movie did he play the taxi driver? Oh, was he in Deadpool too?
Was he in Deadpool?
No, it wasn't him. It wasn't him.
You're racist and show.
I know. He was in another movie where he was driving. I can't remember what movie it was though.
I'm just kidding, man.
But I mean, it I mean, if they have all the same fitness trainer, then we could see Will with his transformation as well. But I mean, I don't know, man. We'll see. Look at he's really frail, so that's why I was like, but I mean,
well, I mean, I now, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It is a little weird. I think what may be appealing about William for this particular role is that he has consistently played a fuckboy in a lot of these shows. He's been like a villain. If you saw Maze Runner if you saw a couple other movies where he perpetually is just the guy with the punchable face. I think then that represents Adam Warlock. I think that I agree with you, Ty, in that I was hoping for somebody who fits the mold of the villainous man who is Adam Warlock from the outset, not somebody who kind of grows into the part. You know what I mean? I think, but I don't know. We'll just have to kind of see how it works out, man. I mean, the whole Guardians of the Galaxy franchise, I feel like is unfortunately going to take a downhill slope, a downward spiral, being that they had the rift with James Gunn. Now they had to recast Drax, so it's not Dave Bautista anymore.
Maybe they have to, because I don't know if you saw the most recent article that they're offering him an enormous amount of money to come back as Drax. And I think if I'm Dave Bautista, I'm looking like it worked.
Yeah.
I'm getting what I wanted. So Dave is probably going to come back. I mean, I don't know if you saw that article, but they're offering him an enormous amount of money. So for a guy who's not the star of the series.
I mean, you could argue that he is.
Right. I was gonna say, is Drax his
Drax is the star of the
Guardians of Galaxy? He's a prominent fucking character, though. I mean, we look forward to his fucking like dumb, dry fucking jokes like constantly. We look forward to that shit and his like stupid, like, you know what I'm saying, just like his just Drax. He's only got
Let me ask you a question, Yaz. Let me ask you a question. Now the Guardians of the Galaxy. All right. If we're talking the Guardians of the Galaxy, where would you rate Drax as far as importance on the guard from the guardian out of the Guardians? If you got Peter, you got Gamora, you got Rocket, and you got Groot. So where would you rate Drax as far as importance in that group?
I mean, obviously he wouldn't be like the top 3, but I'm just saying though.
I mean, it's only 4. It's only 5 Guardians of the Galaxy.
So yeah, he would be the top 3.
so that's my point. That's what I'm saying. As far as like, he's not like, I would probably say Peter first, of course, because he's the leader. Then I would go as I would say Rocket next. I would say Rocket next.
Whoa.
Because what? No.
Rocket next?
Yes.
Then Rocket. I don't even like your lineup.
I would put him right before Groot, and the only reason I'd put him before Groot is because Groot don't talk.
He does talk. He just has 3 letters in his sentence.
I am Groot. That's all he says. He doesn't talk.
Vocabulary, but we understand him so much, though. I'm just saying.
Yeah, man. He's so look, Lisa, look, yeah. And I would have said last too, Lisa, but I was like, but that's why I'm saying, like, Drax's character is not as important as they're paying him. Like they're willing to pay him what they wouldn't pay my man. They wouldn't pay my man. But they'll pay Drax.
You don't think they'd pay Terrence Howard that much money, bro?
No, they wouldn't pay Terrence. They wasn't gonna pay Terrence.
Hey, man.
I can't with you guys. I fucking can't.
Man, y'all gonna pay Drax, man, but y'all gonna pay me, man.
Hey, man, when I'm gonna get my own suit, Iron Man. Hey, Iron Man. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. But I did just read while y'all was talking.
Yeah.
I read up on the article, and evidently we've been bamboozled. Looks like Dave Bautista was actually in he already taped it. They already taped the Guardians of the Galaxy Part 3, and he's all over it. You know what I'm saying? And he's commenting about rapping. So I guess they were talking about future.
Yeah, because he had made a statement. He made a statement that he wasn't gonna do it if they didn't bring James Gunn back or something like that.
Yes.
And then they was like, well, how does a couple more zeros sound? And I think he was like, well, maybe.
James, you're fucked.
Yeah, so maybe I'll reconsider. And I think that's gonna be the case. We'll see Drax back. Drax, come on, man. Like, what? Like, Dave, let's be realistic, man. You ain't did nothing bigger than the MCU, so stop it.
Yes. the
Like, don't act like like your biggest contribution was wrestling. That was your big, and then the MCU. So don't get beside yourself because you on C and they just killed you. So spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. But he won't be back. He won't be back for another season of C. So yeah, he's right now currently unemployed. So yeah, take that money and go with it, buddy. Stop playing.
Well, hey, listen, if I may say so about C before we get up out of here, it won't be if he could return. You know, it wouldn't be the last time somebody was killed in the last episode and returned to life in the next season of C, because I mean we did see that happen with Taksun, what's his name is?
My man.
Yeah.
He's a bad boy.
They killed him off and he came right on back. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. That last scene looked like he looked like he kind of died, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know. We'll see. But ultimately, Drax, I put him right above Mantis. The girl who's so ugly is like, you are so ugly, but you know what? Like, I just think that he's an irreplaceable character. Like, if they did a new Dave Bautista, if they did a new Drax, it would have to like be so much better than the Dave Bautista version of Drax, where he's like, I've conquered the ability to be invisible if you stand still for long. Like where he was sitting there eating the chip and shit. Like, Drax is hilarious. I have a better question. Why is Gamora?
Yeah, I don't think he's that hard to replace, man. Really, honestly, he's really not. I mean, Dave is a terrible actor. Like he really is. He's not. I mean, him and Jason Momoa might be tied for some of the worst actors. I think that's why they put him as co-stars. They was like, well, he can't do any worse than this guy.
I will say this. I'm going to agree with something you said last time, and that is that it looks like Jason Momoa is getting better. Like it does look like he's learning.
This wheelhouse. You're right.
You're right.
You have talked about Jason Momoa because I used to watch his shows on Netflix. I forget I can't even remember the names of them, but they're all one. Jason Momoa, his wheelhouse is barbaric. Anything like Conan, anything that resembles anything like that, that is his wheelhouse because he's very
Brutish.
he's athletic. That's number one. Number two, he's very aggressive in his fight scenes, which always plays well on camera. So
he was Khal Drogo for like a couple scenes.
Yes, he was.
Exactly. That's wheelhouse.
That kind of goes to that kind of speaks to how terrible of an actor he was. They just wanted him to be on screen to flex his titties and to fuck up from the back. He didn't have no speaking roles. Like he literally was like,
even when he came back to life, he was still like caveman. Like.
Yeah. So, but it is what it is, man. I digress. Hopefully it does well, man. Hopefully Guardians of the Galaxy does well. Jason Momoa, it would be great to see you in the sequel to Hamilton, and see if you've improved on Broadway your acting skills. But for right now, bro, we'll take you as Aquaman. We'll take you as whoever. And dare I say, I still think that there is a prominent place for you, my friend, in the MCU somewhere. I don't know
what Jason Momoa.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh well, yeah, you're right.
If
Drax leaves, that's who you replace him with.
No, because here's
Kraven the Hunter.
Kraven the Hunter would be great, but they already casted him as the dude that was Quicksilver. Yes, unfortunately, the dude.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay.
Yeah, but I would say they couldn't do, because here's one thing that Jason Momoa has not compromised on is his facial hair. If the motherfucker got to cut his beard or his mustache, he's not going to do the role, or any of his hair. So he couldn't do Drax.
He could be Hercules.
He could be like like Doctor Strange in a world where everything is war, and he's like I don't know. I could see him. I don't know. I would love to see Jason Momoa in the MCU somehow, some way.
He could be Hercules. He could play Hercules.
Absolutely.
The gods are coming to the MCU, so he could be Hercules. He could be Zeus. Like I
feel like he's more of a Zeus than a Hercules. Like
I agree with that, Frank. Absolutely. Yeah, always. Listen, let's go ahead and wrap this up, man. It has been an interesting week. Anything on the way out, Tyrone? Nope. You froze.
I'm just on my way to the dentist to get my teeth cleaned again. Gotta keep these pearly whites.
Everybody, just make sure you tune in to Multiverse this Wednesday, and me and Vince and Ty and Yaz are going to be on Avengers later. So just check us out. Right? Anything on the way out, Stephanie? Yes. Bring more Black people to the Avengers, and more babysitters, and check us out for the All Black Improv Alliance in Space show is coming. Let me stop. We love Stephanie, man. Let me stop messing with her. And it was refreshing to see Stephanie enjoying a day with her son at Dave and Buster's on the picture. Yeah,
did you see him at Legoland too? They're so cute.
Yeah, they've been doing the mother son tour, and that's been on the gram as well. Stick around, guys. We're not done. We got more. Make sure y'all go and check out our content on all of our different sites, man. Of course, we're on Spotify. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook, of course, as most of y'all are watching us on that now. And of course, we are on all of the different sites that you all may not know. And like Apple Music, Spotify, and all that other stuff. Check us out on that, man. Well, go ahead. YouTube, especially. That's where we are.
Please follow, and subscribe on YouTube, please.
Please hit the YouTube
We're taking off. We're taking off.
And don't forget to check out our merch too.
Check out the merch. I'm going to update the link tree after this. Yes, we're not on Twitter. You know what? We're not on Twitter at all.
But we can be.
We could be.
So work on it. Tune in.
We could do that. I mean, Twitter is my least favorite platform.
That's very easy.
Well, no, but if we're gonna start streaming and gaming together and shit like that, that's where we're gonna build up our Patreon on that. So what? Run well, be well. We'll work on that shit, and by the end of the year, we'll be on it.
Yeah.
Stay connected. Stay connected to us, man. Go ahead and subscribe and we'll comment, and we'll get at you. We check our comments.
Man. Run well, be well, I think says that his name is Frank. And I just want to say, Frank, welcome to the party, homeboy. This is a Blerd block party. Every Saturday we have Blerd Church. So please, by all means, man, tell a friend, pull on back in. Welcome. You met Lisa and a bunch of our other friends. So now we hope that we get to see you even more often. As you see, we are extremely interactive, as we pretty much been talking to you.
Join our group on Facebook too. Join our group.
Yeah, make sure you hit us in the Facebook group, man. If you don't already have it, I put the link tree up earlier, or you could just type in your search bar at any of these joints, New Blerd Order, and you will see us. And make sure you follow, like, subscribe, and most importantly, share. Anything on the way out, guys? Are we good to go? I was gonna go ahead and wrap this up, but stick tight because I got a couple previews I thought we might could watch real quick if y'all ain't got shit else going on.
That's what's up. I got a little bit of time, man. But come check us out at the Multiverse. Every Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. You'll see me and Tyrone Thornhill and Holly Noon, and we talk about those subjects, those deep subjects, and those things that people think about but just don't want to say.
Yeah, by all means. And you can check Yaz out at the chiropractor in Daytona Beach. I'm not going to tell you which one because we don't need y'all bothering her.
Yeah, we definitely don't need y'all bothering me. Love y'all. I can only imagine the fucking phone calls I'll get.
I want that t-shirt. Yaz. I just don't want you to bother me. I want that t-shirt. I need that in my life.
Let's do it. All right, man. Well, it's been a great day, guys. As always, man, be your authentic self. If you're not being yourself, you're being fake, and that ain't no fun. Check us out on all our sites, and check us out next week when we're back with another episode of Blerd Church, brought to you by the New Blerd Order, hopefully with the rest of our cast members in tow. And like we always say, if you a geek in this world, come on out. Say it with your chest. Go ahead. Let that geek flag fly. Ooh, Fighter 2, I just really hate Zangief, phony Ken and Rock. I find it hard to be Blanca, keep a wee ninja hanging and our uncle album banging. If you negative in energy, then stay out the vicinity of, yeah, them niggas over there, yeah.